Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And I thought I'd show you guys what two of the most popular characters in all of Street Fighter can do, which are both versions of Chun Li. This version right here, the nostalgic version that we actually got through the banner of the Street Fighter V collaboration, and also this version here, who we actually got through the actual coin event, similar to the one for the Street Fighter rerun, where you use these coins and we'd actually acquire memories of her. And this version of her, this version right here, people, or every free-to-play player pretty much got her at A3. So for those of you that played during the Street Fighter V collaboration, you probably won't be able to relate to her very well because you only have her at A3. However, if you're lucky enough, and maybe through those summons, you could get her from the pity or through the summons if you were lucky enough to see what kind of damage she's actually capable of, because I do have her at A7. I did dump quite a few dollars in this character whenever she showed up because she's one of my favorite characters in all of fighting games, and they did a lot really for both of these characters. This character here, the nostalgic version, they didn't really do a tremendous amount. In all honesty, guys, they really didn't queue up a whole lot for her because, I mean, they pretty much just buffed up just a bunch of damage on all of her skills, and then of course the Street Fighter core, which is pretty much the same for all of them. So they just gave her a bunch of damage buffs, and that's really about it. But if you look at the other Street Fighter 5 or the Street Fighter 5 Chun Li, you can see that they did a bit more for her, giving the increased attack by 350% on the first skill, the 90% chance to remove the target's hyper armor and shield, which is really good for PvP. Of course, the damage buffs is going to be typical for all of them. And then on the second skill, where the explosion lies, they actually increased the target damage by 100% now for 12 seconds, which is awesome, guys. It's a huge improvement from what she was. That's going to make a big difference in damage. And then on her third skill, now her hyper armor lasts for 4 seconds instead of 3 seconds. And then of course the damage buffs, right? Now on the default, you have a 100% chance to reset your skills. So after you use your default, you reset all 3 of your skills. You can run back through them, which means you have another reset of your hyper armor. And then you have a damage immunity core of 5 seconds on a 10-second cooldown. So every other 5 seconds, you're going to have damage immunity. Not as good as the UE characters because you have a 5-second immunity on every other 3 seconds because it's a cooldown of 8 seconds. But still, this is pretty dang good. And then, of course, when damage dealt to the target is 8,000 or 8 million or less. So if you do less than 8 million damage, you'll deal additional damage equal to 800% of attack. So really nice buffs for this version of Chun Li, and again, really nothing major here. So I'll show you guys the builds that I have on both these girls. So we'll start with this version right here. Now, when it comes to her core, you know, really for this version Chun Li, guys, her first and her second skill, you want to max out. Her third skill is going to be the third one. Then, of course, attack and penetration. It's always attack and penetration, guys, when you're leveling up damage. Here, it really doesn't matter because when it comes to this version of Chun Li, you really just want to use her awakened skill for the most damage. Unless you're doing some switch gameplay, maybe you're trying to use her as a main damage dealer and say like Guild Raid, then maybe you'd want to have, you know, the transfer unlocked. But here, this increases your special move damage by 50%. And so this is what I'm going to be using, but I'm really just going to be using her awakened skill, guys. These don't even really matter. The transfer does reset tech cooldowns, decrease all team members' awakened skill cooldown by 6 seconds while in use, but it's really an outdated thing, and it really isn't that beneficial. So I think max is better, but it's really up to you. I'm not really going to be using, guys, because again, I just do more damage when I just spam her awakened skill. When it comes to the cards, we're going to use this card. Now, a blunder that I made in the last video with Akuma is I had a different card here that only worked on UE characters. Akuma and all the Street Fighter V characters are EX characters. A UE card won't work on them. So that was my blunder. Akuma would have done a lot more damage if I would have had this card equipped on him. So I do apologize for that, guys. That's my mistake. But this card does give a 20% critical rate and 250% critical damage buff to the Street Fighter V characters when they land an active skill. It's on a 10-second cooldown, but I mean, this is still a big bonus for them. So that's the card I opted to go with, and this one here does work on the Street Fighter V characters and the 6. So we're all good on this one here, and then of course the cards work on them as well. And her 3PG also does give critical rate and critical damage whenever she does do it, which is nice. It's really sweet. And something about this version of Chun Li is back in the day, we had what was called explosion. And whenever you look at a skill like this, it says deal a certain dot to 5.5 times or 3 times or whatever remaining whatever dot effect. That's what explosion is, and that's what we refer to when we talk about explosion. It does a lot of damage in one shot. So you always want to apply chill from her first skill here, and then you want to do the explosion afterwards. And that's really going to jump up her damage tremendously. I mean, they even buffed up her leadership, which is also really nice. And then when you look at the other version of Chun Li, now unfortunately she's only at A6, guys, so my apologies for this, but I thought I'd nail two birds with one stone and just show you the showcase of both these characters at once. This is essentially the same character, just a different version of the characters. But this version here, you know, she doesn't really have the greatest leadership, but when it comes to her core, you want to max out her first and her third skill. These are the way to go. And by the way, guys, for the other version of Chun-Li, if you're enhancing her first and second skill, that's really, really going to help. If you enhance her blast skill, that'll help her first skill. If you enhance strike, that'll help her second skill. So you really want to try to enhance her first and second skill, or just give her solid attack on plugins. And this one here is kind of the same thing, guys, as the one I mentioned with the EX cores here. It really doesn't matter. I'm just going to be using her awakened skill for the most part, always attack and penetration. And we're going to use the same exact card set on this version of Chun-Li as we did the other one. I do have max stones on both of these girls, just so you can see here. We do have max stones on both of them, so those are all jacked up. So let me go ahead and do a run with the nostalgia version first. And the nostalgia version, this version right here, actually has a sweet little advantage in here because she actually applies poison, right? Now, something about explosion is that whenever you use explosion, for example, the Street Fighter V version of Chun-Li, when you do explosion, it removes the dot, it removes the chill. So let me go ahead and get rid of her and put in the other one real quick here, if I can find her wherever she's at. There she is. Okay. Let's equip a card on her. Okay, let's equip the cards. Jump down here, yonder. There we go. And we want to get rid of this card right here because it's no good. And put on that other card that I showed you guys just a second ago that had good old Ken on there. Let's see wherever Ken's at. There he is. Let's pop him on there. There we go. Let's pop the 3 PGs. Let's make sure we get the one with level 10 on it. And we'll get another one. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what's up, guys. Let's see what's up. Now, let me see what kind of strikers. Decrease skill cooldown. That's definitely good. And yeah, we'll use this one right here. We already got poison from Chun-Li, so we don't really need it from Bison. Using a dot for a specific guild raid definitely helps in damage, but I haven't done this run at all. I have no idea what this version can actually do because I just leveled up those stones. So let's find out. Let's find out. Now, something about Chun-Li that was really awesome whenever she was introduced, at least this version, is that for Guild Raid Rugal, since he's weak to poison, she actually can cause Rugal to get his meter broken pretty quick. Okay, there we go. Because her 3PG does so many hits, so whenever you apply a certain dot and you do bunches and bunches of hits, you can really break those meters down pretty quick. Okay, here we go. Now he's going to blow up on us any moment. And, well, maybe not. We actually broke the meter early. Nice, nice. Now he's going to blow up after this. And that's just something that's nice about her. She does so many hits, and we only applied one of the dots we need here. You need bleed and poison. And since she can apply that poison, she can really break those meters. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this. We're going to have to spin around old Rugers here and do that 3 PG. And while that poison's applied and you're doing all these hits, man, you can really break that meter, which is nice. It makes Guild Raid really fun when you're able to break these meters really fast. And that's something I really love about the character. I mean, look at that, guys. Look at that. That is nice, man. That is really, really nice that she does that. Okay. Now, I didn't apply poison. I wish I would have. But I went ahead and just got antsy, went into the 3 PG, so that way, you know, we explode afterwards. So that way Rugal explodes after the 3 PG, just like right now. And that way, I have the awakened skill ready to go. Oh, get him, girl, get him, girl, get him, girl. I mean, really, guys. Just insanity, man. Just insanity. The damage that she's doing. So powerful now. Like, I know it's not what Akuma was doing. I wouldn't expect it to be. Right? She was just a regular character that got a change up. And for those of you who don't know, change-ups is what we did for characters back in the day. Whenever they just came in the game as a regular purple character. And then they would give them, a little thing that you could acquire that would actually allow you to change a character from a regular purple border character into a red border character, which made them an EX character. Really cool. Oh yeah. Nice, nice. She's so fun to play. Oh, I just love watching that 3PG, man. Oh, that is so sick. I mean, she's putting up some crazy numbers, guys. Seriously, this is really, really wild. Really, really wild numbers that she's putting up. I mean, she couldn't even come close to these kinds of numbers, guys. Couldn't even come close to it. Wow. I mean, 84. 84. Whew. Okay, we want to apply some poison. There we go, there we go, there we go. Woo-wee! Get him, girl, get him. Yeah! And broke the meter, look at that. Wow. Okay, do the 3PG, try to break that meter down a little bit, and then we can use the Awakened skill afterwards and see what we can do. Now, I don't want to run this down. I don't want to lose this skill rate because we want to break out the other version of Chun Li. Oh yeah, guys, look at this. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. She can do 100 billion, guys. 100 billion. Like, if you knew how weak this character was back in the day, like, players would just use her as a, you know, a character to use to break the meter in these guild raids, right? Just apply that poison or apply the chill to Nightmare Geese just to break the meter. And you can still use it for that, but now she's doing way, way more damage. So awesome. Let me back up here. I don't know why I did that. We can just do this little number. There we go. And let's throw this card set on her and see what happens here. Dun, 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 dun. We gotta make sure we change this option card again. Yay! Let's find Ken real quick, see where he's at. Always at the bottom, guys. Always hanging out at the bottom. There he is. Put that on her. And there we go. Nice, nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch this striker here and put in Bison here because he actually applies poison to the enemy, and we're still going to get that decreased skill cooldown. So we're going to go the route with him. That way we can hopefully break that meter down a little bit faster. So let's try that. I think that'll be better than using Chun Li because she doesn't apply the poison, unfortunately, as a striker. All right, here we go, here we go. There we go, nice. So we applied the poison from Bison, and now we're doing this 3PG, which is really going to break that meter down. I mean, I can't stress enough, man, how good that is. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And you're going to notice that this version of Chun-Li also, her damage is just insanity. Look at these numbers she's putting up. Okay, we're going to wait a little bit. Nice. She's going to reset our skills. Nice. Oh, yeah. This is what you call getting it done, my friends. Getting it done. Oh, these numbers are nuts. Okay, he should blow up after this here. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it looks like Chun-Li might be able to do over 300 billion. Blow up, blow up, blow up, blow up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Look at that, guys. 220 billion right now. 220 billion. Holy crap. That is insane. And I just love how her skills reset. Perfect, perfect, perfect. What do you do, Whitey? Wow. Wow. I mean, 240 billion, guys, halfway. That is like 480 billion. 480 billion in a run. That is bonko, man. That is bonk-o. Okay. Oh, yeah. Destroy, guys. Man, she is so strong. Holy crap. But it's really going to be the same things as what I was talking about with Akuma. The fact that, you know, she is an EX character, right? There's just some game modes where you're going to want to have your... Oh, crap. Well, we might as well do our 3PG. It would have been nice if we'd had our awakened skill there, but oh well, we didn't. Unfortunately. Bummer. Block. Okay, 3PG. Nice. So it's kind of weird, you know, we did, you know, about 240 billion halfway. Oh, crap. Yeah, 400 billion, guys. 400 billion for this girl. Holy crap. Probably could do better, maybe with some practice, maybe playing it over and over. But that's pretty nuts. 396, but we could definitely get 400 billion, guys, with a couple good runs for sure. That is some insane numbers for soloing, man. Wow. I mean, Akuma is stronger because I wasn't using the right option card on him. I was using that one that just buffed up UE characters instead of EX characters. But still, for her to get those kind of numbers, wow. That is pretty bonkers, and I really am happy that, you know, Netmarble decided to buff up these Street Fighter V characters. It's so good to see, like, this girl getting over 100 billion and this girl getting 400 billion. That is just insane that they're putting out those kind of numbers. I mean, we all know that, you know, when it comes down to it, you're really going to want those UE characters. Actually, after I finished this video, Netmarble decided to post on the forums that all EX characters will now be level 90, which is amazing. Every EX character in the game will now be able to reach level 90. So we can use them in all the game modes in the game. So hail to the yeah. Which really helps your progression early on in the game. You know, for veterans, it's really more of a collection thing. And for players that are returning the game, it's more of a collection thing. But still, it's really awesome that they did buff them up. So guys, let me know what you think about both versions of Chun Li. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. G2+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody. Take care.